Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, medical doctor. Welcome to another video. 3 symptoms of low blood pressure and indications that you're being overtreated for blood pressure. You have too many medications in your system. This could apply to you or a loved one, and I would like you to remember these 3 symptoms. Now, obviously, I've talked a lot about overtreatment of blood pressure. Those of you who watch me regularly, I've made lots of videos. And I believe that it is a scandal of epic proportions. From everything that I see working as a hospital doctor, this is a huge problem across the United States, probably many other Western countries as well. And do you know why this happens? It happens because the medical establishment and medical profession gets stricter and stricter, it seems like almost every year, with blood pressure control. And of course, the standard ideal blood pressure, if there is such a thing, 120/80. 120 is the top number. That's the systolic number. 80 is the bottom number, the diastolic number. And there was a time a few decades ago where a blood pressure which was much higher was accepted widely, like 150, especially in anybody over the age of 65. And this video particularly applies to anybody over the age of 65. And for anybody who enjoys my videos, please make sure that you've also signed up for my free newsletter where I talk about a lot of these issues in more detail. And we have a great little community going. Link down below in the description. Okay then, 3 symptoms of low blood pressure. Number 1, dizziness, lightheadedness, and feeling faint. This is so sad when you see it. And I tease this out of many people who are on blood pressure pills, and they will tell me that they frequently feel dizzy, lethargic, faint during the day, and maybe the symptoms come and go. Maybe they hydrate themselves or they eat, but I'm very suspicious in my mind that when these symptoms occur, they have a low blood pressure. And most of the time, blood pressure won't be checked, but I often give the advice, when these symptoms happen to you, check your blood pressure, and I cannot tell you how common it is. People will get back to me afterwards and they will say, yes, my blood pressure was low. So the systolic number, which is the top number, might be in the low 100s or in the 90s. And these people are still taking their blood pressure pills. And to me, it seems like a no-brainer, no pun intended. Of course, that is why you feel dizzy, lethargic, tired, faint. At worst, you could even have fainted. That's not an uncommon scenario, but that's because not enough blood is getting to your brain. Okay. Number 2, cold peripheries, specifically cold hands and feet. This is a commonly missed symptom, but it makes perfect sense. If you haven't got a high enough blood pressure, if it's frequently running low, then you're going to have cold peripheries. And a lot of people I speak to, again, mostly over the age of 65, they're on blood pressure pills and they will say, well, I often feel very cold. And when I touch my hands or my feet or my loved one touches them, they say, wow, those are really cold. You're really cold. That is a common symptom as well of low blood pressure. So if that's happening to you regularly, keep that in mind. And number 3, this is perhaps the most alarming one of all, issues with cognition. So having a bit of brain fog, not being as sharp, and at worst again, even being associated with cognitive decline if it's happening over a sustained time period. And think about it, it makes perfect sense. If not enough blood is getting to your brain, then your brain cells are going to be short of oxygen. So you're not going to be as sharp. You'll be a bit foggy. And over the long term, even worse could happen. So this is why it is so important to be on the lookout for these symptoms. So 3 symptoms right there to keep in mind. 1 is feeling tired, lethargic, and faint. Number 2 is having cold hands and feet. And number 3 is having issues with cognition, not being as sharp. Keep those in mind. I believe this applies to tens of millions of people across the country. And it's a problem because these blood pressure pills get piled upon people. There's not adequate primary care follow-up. People are not checking their blood pressure at home. And if you think this could be you, be sure to stay till the end of this video where I will link a video where I describe how to check your blood pressure at home and how to de-escalate your blood pressure pills with your doctor. Good strategies. Of course, everything should be done with your physician who knows you and can hopefully monitor your blood pressure very carefully and understand why you're probably over-medicated. And one last thought here is that the gold standard blood pressure, 120/80, on so many levels, it is ludicrous to have the same goal blood pressure for everybody. So what works for someone may not work for somebody else. Now, it's quite possible that even 120/80 might be too low for some people, especially at the more extremes of age, people in their 80s and 90s. Their great blood vessels have calcified, so it can become normal to run at a higher blood pressure. There was lots of evidence of this before. Back in the good old days, doctors knew this, but now it's all about treating numbers, being super aggressive, and we're causing a lot of harm, in my opinion. Thanks everyone for watching. Dr. Suneel Dhand. Do feel free to leave a comment. I enjoy hearing from all of you. Check the links in the description down below for my website, all the other work I do, my natural insulin resistance reversal program, and our health and well-being store, ohighwellness.com if you're in the USA, North America, ohighwellness.co if you're in the UK, Europe. Take care, everyone. Check this link up in the corner to my video on how to go about monitoring your blood pressure and hopefully de-escalating your blood pressure medications with your doctor. We will speak again in the next video.